Senior citizens lose millions of dollars to scam artists masquerading as a loved one in need of money while traveling. They're known as granny scams, but a new weapon could stop the scammers in their tracks, and the ammunition comes from a place much closer to home. Art Hermie, a retired government worker, received a frantic phone call from someone he thought he knew.
It didn't sound quite right, but I have these hearing aids and I don't hear so good. I said, "Who is this?" And she said, "Don't you know?" And so I said my daughter's name, Kirsten.
She claimed to have been arrested for drunk driving in Los Angeles, more than 2,000 miles away.
I said, "You don't drink." And she said, "Well, we went out for a party." Okay. That seemed conceivable.
Despite his initial doubts about her, the woman on the phone, his so-called daughter, sounded desperate.
They wanted $3,000 to drop the reckless charges. I said, "Well, that sounds like bribery." And he said, "Do you want your daughter out of jail tonight or not?"
Art followed instructions and purchased $3,000 worth of gift cards and relayed the account information over the phone.
Prevention is really important when it comes to this scam.
In New York, prosecutors have launched a campaign where grandkids are being enlisted as virtual fraud fighters. The goal is to have grandparents and their grandkids prepared before the scammers hit.
Part of this is trying to get them to take down some of the information they leave hanging out on social media. But the other is something as simple as having a password saying, look, if I'm ever in trouble, Grandma, Grandpa, I will use the following word or phrase. If you don't hear it, it's not me. And officials warn scammers often strike during the holidays and sometimes target seniors who know their grandchildren are traveling. So just be aware of that. Yeah. And good advice, maybe you should communicate beforehand and have that word ready to go.
And some of those notes and calls can be very convincing.